We're back here at PRI 2019 on the stage, and for the second time today, we have 4 people lined up here. Now, the first time, it was Mike Salinas and his daughters. You guys be the judge. No.
We can't compete with them.
Joined by JC from Strange, and of course we have the Martinos here. We have Ryan Martino and Tom on the end, NHRA top dragster competitors. And JC, I want to start talking to you first. You've been with Strange Engineering for a long time, and I mean that in a positive sense.
That's right.
It's a great legacy company in drag racing and in motorsports. And I guess talk about what Strange has going on at the show here this weekend.
Well, we got a whole line of new products that are out here. We've always been expanding our suspension line, our brake line, steering components, and so we're debuting some of those out here today. I'd like to get the feedback, see what your interest is, and it's what the show's all about.
One stuff that you can't talk about that I will tell you at home is this guy has some of the greatest Chris Karamessinas stories you have ever heard in your life. As a born and raised Chicago guy, of course, Chris Karamessinas has been tied in with Strange forever. You spent some time with the Greek.
Oh yeah, well that's one of the greatest things about my job, having the bus out at the track. I get to be a fly on the wall and see all the all the legends of the sport that come out and tell their stories, and and it's not like it is today. There's a lot of repercussions now, so right. They got away with a lot more back then, that's for sure.
I want to talk to Ryan and Tom Martino over here. Top dragster competitors. You guys do a great job with your social media. I know exactly what's going on with your team at all times, which is a good thing. You guys are out there. You run a lot of races with that car, and you're supported by NGK as well. So, Ryan, I want to talk to you first. Let everybody know at home what your car is, what the program is, and kind of what your normal season is.
Okay. We live in Northeast Ohio, in Youngstown, Ohio. We run NHRA top dragster with the 260-inch built Strange Engineering top dragster. We run all the rear end components, steering components, and we've been with them since the 1970s. Obviously, I wasn't around in the 70s for that venture, but ever since I was raised in the racetrack, checking tires, always looked at that Strange logo, and it's something our race team's been behind. Our car competes at speeds over 220 miles an hour, 620 and a quarter mile.
Nice.
We typically run April through October coming out of Ohio. It's tough to get out of there to make the Gators or Pomona.
Yeah,
full
you
of
got to
snow.
chip the thing out of ice. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So our relationship with Strange has been phenomenal over the years, and we've got to work with the greats, and we're just very appreciative for their support of our sport and the Sportsman Series, and obviously our race team.
Tom, obviously you have a very passionate young man here in your son, Ryan, and that comes from your passion for the sport of drag racing. So talk to me about your history in the sport and how this kid got hooked on it.
Well, we started out years ago bracket racing, and we went to super stock racing, and we ran a Dodge Dart in super stock with an 8 3/4 rear end. Nobody made axles for an 8 3/4 rear end Chrysler, so you can snap them off. Strange comes into the picture. They're making our axles, and that's how we started with the Strange. Something new this year is the floater rear end for the dragsters.
Yeah.
Top dragster guys are running Pro Chargers, Superchargers. They're going to have to go to the live axle deal with the floater rear end. It's affordable. It's going to be the next step in racing where everybody's going to have to run them eventually, because the axles are a thing of the past.
Yeah, you have these. I mean, these cars now are making 2,500 to 3,000 horsepower at some point if they're turned all the way up, and you can only take that so far before you, just for pure safety reasons, you got to have the floater in there.
They're going 950, 60. Some of the blower car. I mean, some of those guys are going 950, 60 foot, low 920, 60 foot. The axles are right on the edge. It's the next step, and Strange has got to figure it out for us.
How cool is it that Ryan is driving a car that's as quick as the fuel cars were running when you were a kid?
Oh, it's strange. Yeah, talk about strange stuff. You see the old 20 years ago, we're going as fast as the fuel cars. The alcohol cars are just, we're running with the alcohol cars now.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
National events. You ran Charlotte last year. What's your plan for 2020?
We're going to run a heavy mix and try to compete for at least a divisional championship in the North Central Division, and if we get hot in the national circuit, we're going to compete. So it's tough for us. We work full-time jobs throughout the week to put our race car on the track, and we depend on the support from our associates and our hard work and efforts in our workforce to get us on the racetrack. So our bosses are luckily understanding what our race program's all about, and they're pretty happy with all that we do, not only on the racetrack but in our community as well. We're active with our community in the city of Youngstown. In fact, earlier this year, the mayor of Youngstown gave us the key to the city. So besides Batman, I think we're on an elite list.
That's pretty great. JC, one of the things I think that's great about Strange is they certainly, unlike some companies, have recognized how diversified drag racing is. We have giant no prep scene, we have radial drag racing, all kinds of outlaw pro mod stuff, the traditional NHRA series, and you guys have really done a nice job to be part of all of that.
Well, one of the biggest things that we have to do is get the feedback from our racers, and that's how we evolve our product line, as you guys are talking about with the higher horsepower. that we need to evolve our product line to meet the demands.
Sure.
And so that's where we develop the products with the the radial cars, the sportsman cars, the pro cars, even all the way up to the fuel cars. As things change, weights change, power levels change. We just have to evolve the line to make sure that that it lives up to what they need.
Very neat. And the name, this is an industry where your name really does carry a lot of weight. And of all the companies in here, I think Strange is probably on the top 10 of just a recognized and respected brand name. I mean, that's no mistake.
No, again, with the family-owned business, Bob Stange, his son Jeff, take enormous pride in making sure that, that the name is respected, the product we put out is a quality product, that our customer service is there. Yeah, and that's the nice thing about it is that there's so much pride in the company and what we put out and how we present ourselves that's how we've gotten to where we're at today.
Where's your favorite place to run, Ryan?
Summit Motorsports
There
Park,
you
our
go.
home track in Norwalk. Not only can you get a pound of ice cream for $1, but you can see the Martinos.
No extra charge.
It's a short tow too.
Yeah, how far is that from home?
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. Nice. Yeah, Youngstown. Was Billy Stepp from Youngstown?
No, he was at Dayton.
He was a Dayton guy.
His son in
Okay.
Ohio, yeah.
That's a whole different story for another day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But we had Butch Osmond. He went top Elk.
Yes.
He was at Warren, Ohio. I think Gary Merrick and Donnie Stratton.
Gary Merrick. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those guys are from Youngstown.
Yeah, Ohio is like one of the racingest states. Yeah. When you go back, you look like Pennsylvania and Ohio. I don't know if they get enough credit for how many awesome drag racers both of those states have cranked out.
A lot of champions out of our area.
A lot of champions.
Yeah. Before Norwalk, we went to Columbus. And remember, you're probably too young, but Columbus used to have the tower with the big moose on the side of it.
I've seen photos of it.
Yeah,
yes.
The moose at Columbus. That was a big Spring Nationals race.
Well, the other thing that big respect to you guys is the fact that your division, and I apologize to every other division in NHRA, it is the deep end of the swimming pool when it comes to top dragster and top sportsman.
It's the baddest of the bad.
Yeah.
You're in a shark tank all year round.
No, it's nasty up there. So
yeah.
I wish you guys great success in 2020. Thanks for coming up here. And JC from Strange, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. And I like the fact that everybody calls you that, but now the public's just like, that's JC from Strange. That's who he is. He maintains a low profile. Boys, good luck racing. JC, good luck and everything that you have in store for 2020. We'll be back with more from PRI after this.